Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Katmia.
Welcome to the This and That Chat
Thursday edition.
Thursday edition. Is it Thursday?
Is it?
Why is it Thursday?
Because that's our new day for our podcast release.
That is our new day for podcast release. And why are we doing this? Because I need more time to edit.
And because Mr. Beast said it's the best day to release your videos.
And Mr. Beast, the best day to release the videos, yeah.
So
shout out to Mr. Beast.
thank you, Mr. Beast.
We got to say Mr. Beast a bunch of times because that's another thing.
Oh, really?
So they said,
the
yeah.
algorithm picks it up?
So the algorithm picks up words. You remember how before you had to put
Hashtags.
Hashtags don't do anything anymore.
Shut up.
It's what? Oh. Don't be so aggressive.
I'm shocked. You're shocking me.
Yeah. So it's words and stuff that you use. So Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast.
Wow. So it picks it up?
Yes.
And then it's like, oh.
Oh, he talked about Mr. Beast. So now somewhere
We either get banned.
somewhere in the line we're going to be attached to a Mr. Beast video and we're going to be suggested.
Wow. That would be cool.
It'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Anyways.
But anyway.
So we're moving to Thursday for those two reasons. One, it gives me a little bit more time to...
The thing is, our weekends are so packed and limited, I feel.
Yeah.
So with everything that we have going on and all the things we want to have going on, right? When you now put in time to edit and I think like there's also an explanation needed, right? What are you editing? Because if we're not scripting and we're just putting what's out there,
Right.
Why is there a need to edit, Peter?
So we're not editing the actual video of the podcast. We're not editing any of the podcast. The only thing that I'm doing is we've got two cameras that have two different feeds, plus the audio is recorded somewhere else. So I have to take those three and put them together into one video. And then I have to split the screen so that you can see both of our lovely faces at the same time. Not like a couple weeks ago where one wasn't recording. And then adding the intro music at the end. It's like the little detail stuff.
Right.
And then what I also do in that is I find little clips that I can put on Instagram.
And for someone who knows
YouTube.
editing, they would
takes
know
time.
this. But they would know this, right?
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't know editing, like myself, that's the first thing that would come to my mind is why do you need to edit if you don't script your stuff? But if anyone has been watching or hearing us for a while, right? You know,
Yes.
For example, when you pick up the phone and you start searching, there's just that super long, awkward silence. If we were editing our videos,
would
we
cut
would
that stuff
edit
out.
that out.
Yeah.
So
no, we
there's
leave-
little
Yeah.
clues throughout our
Everything,
video.
everything,
It's just what
everything
it is.
that is in our videos is what it is. We are literally sitting across from each other having a conversation. So for the new people that have found us, and this is the video that you found us on, you're in for some insanity and some shenanigans and some stuff because we, at this very moment in this recording, 3 minutes and 51 seconds in, have no idea what we're going to talk about.
And that's true. And,
Well, maybe, because you said you had notes.
And I didn't. They were for last week. So we really
Shenanigans.
have nothing, okay?
Yes.
But just to add on to that, the train left.
So interesting.
No.
So interesting.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to go back to
Hold
the
on.
other thing I was going to go back to.
I'm listening.
Okay. So with the having to edit, right? And it taking time away from us, it really isn't about, I think that on the priority list, it isn't about Thursday being a better day for the audience, for it to be picked up or anything like that, because that's not my personal goal.
Of course.
I'm not trying to go viral or to
Of course.
be YouTube famous or anything like that. But
It just gives me a few, because normally we try to record Saturdays if we can. If we don't have something that's like super, like yesterday, for example, we were gone all day long. We got home at 6:00 in the afternoon, and we left the house at 8:30 in the morning. So there was no time yesterday to record, because at the end of the day, if you're tired and that kind of stuff,
It has
just
to be
doesn't
the
work.
right mood.
Yeah.
It has to be the right mood.
So,
Otherwise, people pick up on it.
right. And then, like this morning, it's a Sunday morning. We woke up, we had breakfast.
Well, Sundays, I feel, is usually the day that we record. It's the
And
day that
the majority of it,
fits us the best. If we've done anything that weekend, we talk
right, we're
about
able to
it.
talk
whatever.
about it, that kind of stuff. But like, it's like, we know that that's what it's going to be like. Next weekend is jam packed. Like, we know it's going to be a Sunday recording from now, because we have Friday, Saturday, 2 different things that we're doing, and then Sunday is Super Bowl. So it's like, just a lot that's going on in that time. There's just no way for us to record.
I remember what I was going to say. Where I was going with it was that the priority here is about conserving our time to just like downtime before the work week, right? And Mr. Beast was talking about how it's not only your days, but also the content which you create, right? Which has to be thought out. It has to have a plan. Even if you're doing unscripted things, it has to be organized chaos, I guess, right? And that's, some people have suggested us having a kind of detailed list of what we're going to talk about, to kind of give people an intro. Oh, today we're going to be talking about, decluttering, right? And so there's a general theme that's going into that video. But the thing is, I personally feel that that is not true to what we began, right? And what we began is, we used to have conversations about, if only people could hear the stuff that we talk about. Well, if only there was someone here. No one would believe this, right?
A fly on the wall.
Right. And so the whole podcast was born out of that idea. And I get it that there's people out there who want their podcast to be more formulated, more, flowy, whatever. But that's not what we're advertising. So I think that if you read the bio of our podcast, that's exactly what you are. You're just coming to listen. And sometimes the conversation's going to be all over the place. Sometimes it's going to be concentrated on reminiscing about stuff.
And sometimes it's good conversation. Sometimes it's bad conversation. And we put it out there just the same.
Just the same.
And we're okay with that.
Because the why and the end goal was always for our kids to have an archive of just hearing their parents talk. If you ask our kids, when they hear the podcast, this is indistinguishable from, did I talk to you about this, or did I hear it on the podcast?
And we've had that happen several times, especially with Nikki.
Right.
Nikki's been
she's the big fan.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't remember. Did I have that conversation with you in person?
Yes.
Did we talk on the phone, or did I hear that on the podcast? And it's funny because it could be a podcast from like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know if it was. And that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to just be able to just have conversation.
And that's just, I feel, how amazing would it be? Like, I think about it, right? If, when my parents are gone, if I could have something that I could go back and just hear their voices,
I actually just saw a video of somebody who, her mom had died, and at the funeral, someone showed up from her past.
Really?
Yeah, it was a friend of hers from high school that they had recorded something for school, and she had a cassette tape of her mom talking. And she said, I know I have it somewhere in my house. I have to find it for you, and I'll get it for you. I promise. I didn't have time to find it, but I know I have it somewhere. I remember it. And like almost a year later, the lady showed up at her house and brought her the cassette tape of her mom talking.
Wow.
And she had played the cassette tape, and she said, that's the first time I've heard my mom's voice in over a year. And she said that it was so cool to be able to go back. And here we are we've got, 60 something hours worth of our voice, just us talking in your mom's word, boberia, because that's what it is. We're just here talking, and it's just talking about just randomness, but our kids will be able to go back to that and hear that.
Yeah.
And just be able to be like, there, that's mom and dad.
And I think that, like I'm thinking about my grandparents, right? And the mind forgets. Like, I think I remember what my grandfather's voice sounds like, right? Because there's like this like little echo way back there. But I don't know if I'm making that up in my mind or if that's actually what he sounded like. Because it forgets. You can still see the face. Thank God for pictures, right? But I don't know. I think
it's going to be so
that was the
interesting.
why we did it. And that's why there's zero desire to, hey, let's start changing our format. Let's start pushing this. Like, I think it's really more of a joke that Thursday's a better day to post. Yes. I feel that was actually my selling point to you.
It was.
Why you should not post it on Monday.
And you had said Thursday, and I was already resolved to moving it to Thursday. I was cool with that. But then I heard
Mr. Beast
talk about it, and I was like, well, now there's
a
even
good
more
reason.
So I'll do it. So, but anyways, that was a long explanation for something that should have been short.
Doesn't it feel like sometimes you send a super long message to somebody, and at the end of that message, you could
have just said yes?
No, like you think, damn, this should have been a phone call.
All the time.
And you're like, what did I just type out?
I've actually started to do... People don't pick up the phone, though.
That's true. You're right. But it could have been a voicemail. Well, there's people who don't listen to voicemail. I do. You don't listen to your voicemail? But your business... That's your phone. That's your direct line. How do you not listen to your voicemails?
I usually just read them. You know how
well, yeah, that's new though.
Have you seen? Okay, if they're speaking in Spanish, it's the best. Have you read it? Here, hold on.
Oh gosh.
No.
Where's the counter? I haven't seen the counter yet.
You're giving me more work.
How many times does Peter pick up his phone this time?
Stop giving me more work.
Look, and listen, could you do a little poll in the beginning? Like a little bet for odds? You know? And the person who guesses it correctly before the end.
So this is when they called us from the dealership to come pick up Bessie after she was getting the recall done. Mm-hmm. It says, what he says is, he says, hi, it's Davelo from Lorenzo Ford. Your truck is ready. Okay? He says it in Spanish.
Okay.
This is what Siri translated. For I want the boy, okay, Italian.
Oh, God.
And then it's 3 dots. So I think after that, they were just like, I quit.
Oh, my gosh.
For I want the boy, okay, Italian.
That's crazy.
So sometimes I
you can give feedback, right?
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
It's just a click. Like,
and say it was horrible?
Yeah, it says give feedback, and then it's like, how many stars would you give this translation? 1.
0.
Thank you for your feedback. That's it. So, speaking of Siri and all this stuff, there was recently an update where you get like the smart intelligence on Siri now. And actually, I want to say it wasn't even that you had to press to do an update. It was just sitting there waiting for you. I saw a notification.
Hold on, but it did come up.
Well, a notification.
Right, but you had to accept it to be able to change over to it.
Well, how much did you really have to accept, though? Because to me, it just said, hello, Apple Intelligence is here. And then you click on it, and they're like, hello, welcome.
No,
and you have already clicked
you clicked
on
it. And then you had to hit the accept on it. But it's one
Either-
of those where you're just like, here, read the what is it, the rules of what's it?
I don't
what
think
do they
I
call
got
it?
any other the terms and conditions.
Terms and conditions, and you're like, bzzz,
for
click.
everybody.
Who
for
reads that stuff?
Everybody. That's the thing.
Are you gonna tell them no and not be able to use your phone?
Listen, have you? Oh my gosh! I just had an amazing idea. What about if you were to copy and paste the terms and conditions, put it into ChatGPT, and then tell ChatGPT, summarize what this says, so I know if I should sign it or not.
I'm gonna change the subject
Oh, why?
because I'm actually go down that same line.
Okay,
Right?
but hold on. A quick break for coffee is being sponsored today by Jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. I don't know what the.
Oh, did you miss your train too, sir?
No. Oh, the new Siri update. I hate the summary.
Oh my god, that's the part I love the most.
Bro, are you kidding me?
I love that. I get a summary
currently-
of what's going
No, no.
on in the chat, and
Listen.
I know whether I want to engage or
I
not
have
engage at the moment.
182 messages right now. Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, my phone. It's a business phone. I'm getting. Everybody and their grandmother sends me a message for something, and a lot of it is just garbage. So now in a day, I'll get over 150 text messages. It's daily. It's just nonstop. When I look at it, before I used to be able to read like the first couple lines, but now it's a summary, right? So if I get a text from
A community, let's say, or
I get a text from a community. I get a text because Grunt Style is having a sale. I get a text because what's this other one? The one I get a lot.
your
of.
medicine's ready for pickup.
Medicine's ready for pickup. Kulina is having a special on knives this week, and Mike said, check out this video. I now get a summary that says stuff is on sale. There's a cool video, and a tree fell down. What? What is that supposed to help me?
Because you can automatically tell if those are all advertisements. You know, so like if Bath and Body Works texts me and Grunt Style texts me and Kohl's texts me, then I know the
Bro,
summary.
you
I don't
had-
need to run.
You had all those stores in your pocket, and I'm over here struggling, and you couldn't just throw one of those out?
Well, I didn't know where you want. I didn't know where you were going.
I'm over
I
here.
helped
I'm
with
like-
the community.
I'm like Grunt Style, and then like I don't know.
Bro,
and then you're like Kohl's, Walgreens, McDonald's.
Okay, listen. This is why you don't like to play games with me. We
What does that have to do with the
I'll tell you what
games?
it has to do with the games. We just bought the game Topple. All right.
Okay.
Quick plug in for Topple. Can you make the little Topples appear?
No,
No. Damn it.
I can, but I'm not going to do that. Go.
Okay. Great game. Okay. Fun for 2 people. I'm sure even wilder with more people. Okay.
Fun
Here-
for one people.
There you go. Why do you not like it? Because it tells you with the letter P, it's a lot like categories. Think of all the vegetables that you can name with, and it's not even with one letter. It's with all the letters of the alphabet. Okay, vegetables. And here
And
you
then
are
have
struggling
the
with 2.
alphabet. You have
and
the
you-
alphabet on the timer.
Uh-huh.
I got it.
I'm just saying, here you are struggling with 2, and I have 10 ready and waiting. And that's why you don't like to play the game with me.
Bro, we played that game. I got 2 cards, and you had 35.
Why do you hate me?
What do you mean hate you?
Well,
Was that your stomach?
no. That was yours.
No, it wasn't.
Did you not feel it?
No.
I heard it rumbling from here. Then it was probably my stomach.
It could have been mine or yours.
It could
I
have.
was like, is there a lion in here?
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
a game that I do beat you
Jinx.
at.
Go ahead.
Canasta.
Bro, get out of here.
Bro,
Get out of here.
I let you win.
Bro.
The times that you win, I let you win.
Okay. I love card games. We need to play more card games in 2025. There's so many cool card games out there.
There is.
Why don't you like to play?
I do.
Who hurt you when you were a kid? Did you even play games
As a
when
kid?
you were? Yeah.
No, who hurt me as an adult?
Who?
You.
Why?
It's not fun to lose every game.
Bro, you've got to step up your game. You can't come crying to me because you're a loser. You have to work to be a winner.
That's a bit aggressive, don't you think?
Why is that
Why
my
are you so
fault?
aggressive?
Why? That's not being
Bro,
aggressive.
we even juju moved before this.
We did.
Like, to make sure that we didn't have any, like, issues. And the one thing I didn't juju move was your attitude. What in the world?
What is wrong with you?
I don't know, but you are
Listen.
aggressive.
No, spicy.
Aggressive.
Bro, tomato.
Whatever.
That's not aggressive.
Relax.
Let's make a poll. Who thinks?
I'm going to lose. Immediately, I'm going to lose. This is the thing. You only like to play games that you have a guaranteed win.
What are you talking about? Sue is your friend, and Rudy will cheer for
Bro,
you.
I got Sue on my side one time. Okay? You know, I love you, Sue. Thank you for being on my side one time. Okay? And Rudy's like a silent partner because he doesn't want to go against the sisterhood either.
Don't try him. He will.
Listen.
He will.
Publicly, I don't have the support. Like,
Bro, that's not true.
bro.
I could make a poll in which you would win.
Okay, what's the poll?
Let's think. We'll come back to it.
That's what I'm saying. You probably have. Let's play polls that Ketmia would win. Ready? Here's the first one. Who do you
What?
like more, Ketmia or Peter? Boom, Ketmia.
Bro, why are you being sensitive?
I'm not being sensitive.
My eyes are burning. Do you see me touching my eyes so much? They are
Yes.
burning.
Whatever.
Listen. We should play more games. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
What games do you like? What games did you like as a kid?
Madden.
Oh, video games.
Yeah, and see, you won't play Madden with me.
Why? Because you're a
'Cause I
one-button
kill ya.
player.
What?
How can you play with
How
someone
am
who
I
hits
a
one?
one-button player?
I can't move on the field at all. You stop me every single time.
And that's a one-button player? That's not skill? That's not looking at your formation and saying, oh, she's going to run? Oh, she's going to pass? And having my defense destroy your offense?
I just feel like I lose every single time.
Welcome to the club. Now you know how
What
it
should I
feels.
do? Should I get better at it? Or should I cry to you?
Let's see. We've got 23. I think we're done. 23 minutes. That's a good short podcast.
Listen, thank you for making my
It was
point.
me. I just heard it again. It's me.
You don't feel it?
No.
Why?
I didn't even feel it right now, but I knew it was me.
How do you know it was you?
Or was it you again?
How do you know it's you?
Because I heard it like right here. Oh, but I have headphones on.
Welcome
So is
to
it you?
reality. Don't spit out your water again.
No.
Bro, how did that episode do anyway?
Not great.
Not great.
It's just me by myself.
What are you talking about?
It's just my face.
But it's the audio of it too.
Yeah, it was even. It's all even par. All our stuff is even par.
I just feel like, man, that was a gem
We
for
missed
us.
out.
But
We
it was a
missed
gem
out.
for
I know it
us
was.
either
It
way.
was so good.
We had
It was
such
so
a great.
good.
My thing's not recording. This is where I need a close up. You're giving me so much today.
I'm biting my lip for real,
Why?
so that I don't say words.
Oh my god.
Here, off the camera.
Oh my
You
god.
see that?
What? Oh. Look, kid's a deer.
It's a little birdie.
One of my sisters, Mel, she did send me a little warning would have been nice. And I
For
was
what?
like, exactly. That's what I was like. Wait, why? And she's like, for the cursing.
The one word.
I listen with the kids when they're around. So I forgot to do that in the beginning, but I was thinking perhaps we should have like a little disclaimer right in the beginning. The shenanigans, sometimes it slips. We do try. I feel like
Bro.
we are mindful and we do try.
We're pretty good.
We are.
It's hard.
It's hard. You know that my mom, this was last year. I don't know. Somebody asked her, who do you think curses the most out of all of your kids? Immediately,
She
she
said
said
you?
me. Immediately, she said me.
100%.
And I looked, bro, shut
100%.
listen.
It's 100%.
You have not heard Sue talking.
Listen, Sue can say all that she wants, but Sue is an emotional speaker.
No.
Yes. When you feel Sue when she speaks.
You're saying she's a passionate speaker.
Passionate.
Okay.
She's a passionate speaker. So, and she chooses her words, I feel. I think she like literally goes through her mind what words are going to come out before she's very calculated in what she says.
And not a bad way.
Not a bad way,
right?
but she's very calculated with what she says, right? You even told me that you guys do voice notes to each other, and that you had a rule not to re-record because you just said whatever comes out comes out, and she's over there re-recording 87 times, right? So, like, I feel like that's right. So I think that because she's like that, she's more controlled with her words. You, on the other hand, you are a word vomit when you open your mouth. You just say what comes out, how it comes out, when it comes out, no matter who's around. And then this format of us trying to keep it clean is really difficult.
And I think it goes back to...
And we're not sailors.
No.
We're like junior sailors.
Yeah, no, and I get seasick.
Yeah.
So...
What? I even agreed to that without even knowing what the hell I was agreeing to. I don't even know what I agreed to. That's terms and conditions. I scrolled it and I just hit accept, and I hit accept. I didn't even. I was just like, agree.
Okay, my God, you're killing me today.
Okay, go.
Today, you're like stand-up comedy over here.
My goodness.
Listen, what I'm saying is that I think it goes back to what we talked about a couple weeks ago about, like, I say what I'm thinking, right? And I would like to put a little preface in there that I do think about what I'm going to say when I say it. But that's exactly what I'm thinking is what I'm telling you. I have thought about my words before I've said them to you. I don't just like impulsively
I'm not saying
open
that
my
you're-
mouth and just say whatever.
I know, but you have.
My brain just thinks very quickly, and it just, so if I give a response,
If the
I'm
word
giving,
fits, you use it.
So when my mom said that, I was shocked. I was like, Mom, like,
It's-
why would you like, and let me tell you.
But you don't talk like that in front of your mom. though.
Exactly my point. So I was like, how could she look at all of her children, all 8 of her children, and say,
Because maybe
you are the one.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Because maybe
Someone has told
you've
on
got
me.
snitches.
I'm thinking that
on your
that's.
side.
I'm thinking that's
Okay.
the case.
That's called an internal betrayal of the sisterhood.
No,
Your brother is not the one who's going and sitting with your mom, telling her that you're using
no.
curse words.
Secrets are usually safe with boys.
So it's your sisters.
I don't
The
know.
sisterhood is betraying you.
I don't
One
know.
of them
Because
is
Leah
betraying you.
also she's very
One of them
listen,
is
she's
betraying
very,
you.
She's very strong with her words. I think everybody uses words as something. Maybe Mel. Wait, are you not recording now?
I am. I just got.
Maybe Mel is one of
There
the
you go.
ones who doesn't. I would feel like Mel. I don't think I've ever heard Mel curse.
No.
I don't think I've ever heard her. Sal I have. Sue I have. Leah I have. Mary, I'm sure she does.
I've heard Mary. Bro,
Have you? I'm
she's
just
a
saying.
five.
She's a firefighter. So
Come on.
she's going to be like, oh, you're judging me.
I'm
But
sure.
I'm pretty
sure.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Now I have something in my eye.
Potty mouth.
So I'm thinking, I've never spoken like that in front of you, ever. Because to me, that's very respectful towards your mom, right? And then she just, you, right? And I argued.
With no hesitation.
With no hesitation.
I'm telling you.
Okay. And so I argued, wait, if you probably
Do you have
Sue
something
first.
in your eye currently?
In my eye, yes. So I'm sorry. I'm just like, this is going to be fun. Can you just focus the camera on you at this point?
Nope.
I feel like my
I'm
eye's
gonna
getting
focus on you.
smaller and smaller.
But don't,
Like it
don't
has
push down on it.
allergies. Oh man,
Push-
it's bad.
Pull it up.
It's bad. It's from all the laughing. That's what I get. Oh boy. I think I've made it worse.
Yeah. Stop rubbing it.
Sorry. All right, so if you just, it's
We're
just
just
like
gonna
Morse code.
Yeah. Blink if you're alive. If you're okay.
But anyway, sorry, it's just, I feel it
But
right there.
Pull your eyelid up so you can allow whatever. No, grab the eyelid and like move your eye around. But you got to keep the eyelid held.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
Yes.
I
just
spaz out.
Grab the eyelid.
You know, when people have tried to do my eye, let's say like liner, like Nikki sometimes, she'll come and be like, oh, I'll do your makeup. She's like, hold still. Don't blink. Forget it. It's like I start having a seizure. Not even when I do it myself is it like that. It's gone. You helped me. Thank you. But anyway, I was like, Sue is probably first. You've just never heard Sue. She's like, no. I know Sue's in there. You are the one. And for a moment, I thought to myself, am I being judged?
Is that a badge of honor, though?
Bro, for us. Okay. But I thought, was I being judged because I had an incident where a patient said something and then she said, I think she said like the S word. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, but you have tattoos. That was literally her response to me.
Really?
Yeah.
But you don't even show your tattoos at work.
No, I don't. Except one.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, because I don't have a sleeve on one. And thank God she was not looking at my face because those are the times I cannot control my face, right?
I just saw you got that shirt.
Oh, I love that shirt. I can't
saw
wait to wear it
I saw
out.
I saw that.
What does it say?
It says, I don't know.
If my mouth doesn't say it.
If my mouth doesn't say it, my face surely will.
That's it right there. I could not, and I was like,
How many times have I said that to you?
oh.
Where I look at you and I'm like, your face. And you're like, oh, sorry.
Listen, just to deviate a little bit, one of my coworkers, Libby.
Yesterday?
Oh, bro. Yesterday, I was out of control. It's so in the moment.
Let's give some context. So we went to
Should we finish what I was saying first before we move on?
We'll come back.
Okay. Let's go.
This is how we do it.
Yeah.
So we went to the Renaissance Fair yesterday.
Every year.
But yesterday we went and there are people who are wearing things that should not be wearing them. And it causes moments of
the white guy blinking.
Listen.
Oh, wow.
Yes. There is some moments where you're just like, you just don't understand how they...
give context, obviously, if no one has ever been to the Renaissance Fair, it is a Renaissance. You're going way back in time.
Of course.
People are encouraged to come in costumes that fit the
course.
time and all that stuff. But...
There were things that people were wearing that
It was not a bearded lady. We'll just leave it like that.
It was very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
A lot of close your jaw moments and us calling each other out to not stare.
Yes.
Listen, it was so bad that even the play actors of the Renaissance Fair were calling these people out.
Yeah, well, what are they, hecklers? That's not what I'm looking for.
They're like hecklers.
No, there was a word for it where they would, in the old times, there was a word for it where they would make fun of people, but not a heckler. I'll think about it. I'll marinate and come back to that word.
Yeah. Anyways, it was interesting.
But that yesterday, that was my thing. Anyway, when she said that, I was like, oh, that's interesting. How so? She's like, oh, you know. And I was like, bro, she meant what she said. I was just checking in, like, did I just hear this correctly, right? So she associated me having tattoos with me being okay using curse words, right? And that was recent. That was very recent that happened. This with my mom was last year, right? And for a moment, I thought to myself, is she sort of going that direction where it's like, even though I've never heard you, it's the outer look that gives me you're the one, right? Or is it more of like a mother thing where she just knows? I never asked her about it.
Well, now maybe she'll tell you.
Now maybe she'll tell me, you know? And it's like, it just was one of those thoughts where I was like, I wonder if you get, well, do I really wonder? Now that I'm saying it out loud to myself, right? I don't think I'm really wondering that. I know that people prejudge people just based on the outside appearance, right? Nikki was telling me something. We talked about this a few episodes ago, that our kids, they like to dress very goth, very heavy metal look, you know, chokers, chains, you know, that's their style, right? And she was telling me that she heard this thing where a mom had told her daughter that if she ever got lost in a store, don't go to the normal looking people. Find a goth person, right? And go to them and ask them for help, because they only look like they're, I guess, scary on the outside, but they're very, very nice people. And
it's true, though.
That's crazy to me. That was so smart. That was such a smart thing to do, right? Because I think that it is part of the look is to kind of put the do not disturb sign kind of on you, right? Where you know people are already going to look at you bad. And better for me, I don't want to be disturbed by people, so people will leave me alone, right? But it doesn't reflect your character as a person. You're just a person who enjoys being isolated and being alone and being not disturbed, right? And I think that we do that ourselves. My brother talks about this all the time, where you put on your headphones in a public space, right? People can obviously see that you have your headphones in. I think it's rude. If I see somebody like that, I don't go talk to them.
And yet some people don't care.
Exactly.
How many times have I told you that I'm on a phone call, or I'm talking to you on a phone call, and that's when everyone decides that that's when they're going to come and talk to me. Like, I literally was standing around for 15 minutes. They were there with me. But the moment I pick up the phone and I'm on a phone call, that's when they all want to talk to me. Phone to my head.
Which could not, I mean, to me, that's
to my head. Mouth moving, words saying, and they're like, get out of here.
You know? So this is just one way where people don't approach. I feel like, You know, the look causes people to not approach. And then you automatically think, oh, they're probably depressed. They're probably like very dark and moody, whatever. And that's just the assumption people have. I thought it was so refreshing to hear this mom having a completely different opinion about it, and actually something so helpful to tell your child that. Because honestly, the people who go and they kidnap kids, they look like everyday people. They're not out there standing out looking like, oh, that
Well,
person looks like a perp.
What's the one line that they always say when they interview somebody about somebody who did something horrible?
Oh, I never saw that coming.
I never saw that coming. I never would have said it was them. They're such normal people. They're just
Serial killers. That's the worst one. Where you listen. This is twice in a row already. We're going down this
I know.
like.
Okay, wait,
Okay,
stop.
let's
We're moving.
breaks.
We're moving. Let's talk about something else.
Sorry.
Pick
So
something else.
let's talk about. Should we put some sort of a disclaimer in
No.
front? No.
No.
You just know,
Listen,
right?
if we
Listen at your own risk.
Listen, if we've had all these episodes and
Yeah.
we've had 2 slips,
No, but well, I think there was one before.
maybe
Like
3,
in the derriere. Yeah.
maybe 3, and the
Yeah.
entire thing. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We're a clean.
And
We're a clean podcast.
We are very family friendly. But anyway, even my coworker Libby, I was saying, she will tell me.
I
your
would love
face.
for one of them to find
The podcast.
the podcast. I really would. I think it would be such fun.
So
I think it would be such fun feedback.
yeah, but here's the thing, right? I'm under my own delusions, right? That certain people don't hear our podcast, right? And I feel that even though I know I'm wrong and I'm being naive, right? It gives me some sense of comfort that I can talk about certain things and they're not listening because they don't know.
The certain things that you're talking about can be heard by them the moment that they find us.
I guess. And that would have to be someone who's looking because, oh, sorry. I just painted my leg with coffee.
Awesome.
Because this is something that's interesting, right? And I don't know if it's because of the age of the people at my site, right? Where everybody is older, mature, and there are the younger ones, but the younger ones don't work in the back with us, right? So they're not clinical. Nobody there shares their Instagram, their Facebook, their TikTok. Nobody's saying, hey, let me follow you on. No.
Right.
The
But
younger ones
the
are probably doing
suggestions,
that.
The suggestion because of your phones, you know that the like,
Even if you have it on private, though, because
you know that
mine is
Instagram-
private.
You know that Instagram and all that kind of stuff. They actually, so the whole thing that was happening with Meta, that they were saying that they had to actually change kind of how it was working, is that people who were standing next to each other, their phones would know that they were next to each other, and then they would suggest them
Yes.
to the other person.
Not Meta. It was TikTok. Because
No,
I heard
it was-
that conversation with Joe, and it wasn't the Zuckerberg. It was Mr. Beast. Because he was asking him, do you use TikTok? And he said a little bit, just to post
with
certain
the lady.
things.
With the
Yeah.
lady. Yeah. That's crazy.
But I
That's-
mean, that's part of the whole thing with TikTok, right? It's
Yeah.
a little controversial.
I'm sure it happens with the other ones too. I'm sure that because of your phone number, there's people that I have from my communities that I have no business getting their Instagram information pop up and be like people you may know.
Wow, just because you were in their
'Cause
location.
because I have their phone number
Oh. I
You
wonder
know?
if it's location based too, though.
and location.
And all of a
If
sudden
I'm
they
in
see
that
like
location
your
all the time,
yeah.
all
Oh,
of a sudden,
you may want to follow
you may
them.
want to know. You may know this person. There's people there that I have, and I blocked them because I don't want
Yeah.
for that to
Right,
be mixed.
right.
Plus, my personal Instagram is the minimal.
Do you have a private?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have mine private
And
too.
it's very minimal what I post on there. You post a little bit more than I do,
Yeah.
but
And I have mine private because there's people that I don't want to follow me. I think that when you have it open, you have it open because you don't care who follows you.
Right.
It's sort of
Well,
everybody
you're
can
after,
follow me.
You're after the followers.
Yeah, you are, right? And for me, it's the opposite. If you're allowed to follow me, because you have to allow them, right? It's because I don't mind you. So anybody who's listening finds themselves in the, ooh, I don't follow her and she doesn't follow me back, should they take it personal is my question.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, should they take it personal? And
what's your criteria?
My criteria for following me, I have to enjoy the content that you're putting out.
Okay.
It has to be useful to me in some way, either because it's funny or it's informative or whatever, right? I do not follow anybody who I know who is close around me. Like, the only person that I follow that is not around are people who live in other states who I know, but they are away. Okay? And it's because I don't have an opportunity to see you. If we are close by to each other and we don't see each other, then that means you're not in my life. If you're not in my life, I don't need to follow you on social media. Mm-hmm. And that's just that's the facts.
And it's not that if we run into each other, I'm going to treat you like garbage.
Absolutely, right?
It's just,
for me, personally, I just ate it. Yeah. For me,
well, it's the Christmas letter. We just talked about this a couple of days ago.
Well, we talked about that whole essay they would send out.
Yes, but I'm saying it's the same thing. Now it happens on your Instagram or on your Facebook or on your.
Well, let's talk about that, and let's circle back to this. What we were talking about was, and I don't know who will remember this, whoever received one, but back in the day, you would do an end of year letter, handwritten letter, typed letter when computers were out, of all the things that are going on in your life. In your kids' lives.
Little Johnny graduated from 5th grade this year.
Mm-hmm, and we're looking
for the middle school, and he's excited because he wants to play basketball for the blah, 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 blah. And it would just be like this.
Little updates of what's happened in the year, and you would send this out. And it's funny. I have this feeling, like this memory that I wrote one. And I'm
sure we did.
If I did, it was only because I received one from a person, and maybe it was my response to them, because I only have this memory once, and I'm not even sure that I actually sent the letter. Did I start the letter? Did I not finish it? I don't really remember that, right? But I did receive one from one person, and I was thinking, I wonder how many people. I mean, there's some people who are very dedicated to send Christmas cards and updates and all that stuff, but you don't need to do that anymore. We were talking about because now you're getting people are following
every single
all these
time that something is going on. Here's an update. Boom. Here's my social media. Boom. And what does social media do at the end of the year? It says, let's look at your year in review, and then they send you the last 12 months. What it looked like. With the stuff that you posted. And that's your year in review. And what do people take? They take the year in review and they repost it so that everybody can relive their year in review.
Yeah.
And it's like it's so different now because you're trying to just, I don't know. I like the stuff that the majority of the stuff that I post on mine is like I posted a picture of the front of the house after we decorated for Christmas because I felt like we killed it this year. We really did a really amazing job. For Halloween, we did the same thing, and I didn't post one for Halloween. But then it's like, something that I smoked on the smoker, or a funny picture that we took because we went somewhere. And my stuff is so random.
Yeah. And so there used to be an app that was called
A Second a Day,
right? And
we still have that.
Yeah, we paid for that. We own that app, right? But what you do is every day you do a 1 second clip. Is it 1 second though? 1 second seems too fast.
Yeah, 1 second. So you had 356 seconds at the end of the year.
356?
365.
There you go. Did you notice what you just did there? There's that dyslexia we talked about.
Don't start with me.
Anyway, you would record just something random. Something random. And there were times where we would find, there's nothing. There's literally nothing happening today that I want to record. And I think that
We'd record the sky.
something, right? And it's just, if you got to the end of the year, you had your whole year in review, right? So I have taken Instagram to do that for my own year in review using highlights, right? And it isn't something every day. It's every time that I find something that's moves me, that's exciting
and it
for
doesn't need
me.
to be
An event.
1 second or whatever.
Right.
It's here. This is something that I want to remember at the end of the year.
Like, I love the moon, right? And when the moon gets full, and there's just these times where the moon just looks so stunning, right? To me, that's something I want to capture. And that made it to my year in review, you know? So I feel like everyone is on social media for different reasons, either because you want to be entertained, because you're going for the likes, because you're trying to make a business out of it, because you're trying to be nosy and get the tea in other people's business. And then other people are just using it to have an online catalog of things that mattered to you, right? So I do feel like I am going to come across somebody who's going to say, hey, I don't follow you on Instagram. But that's because I want it that way.
Yeah.
You know? And
we didn't even talk about the younger generation, how they use Instagram and Snapchat and all this stuff. That's instead of giving their phone number, that's what they give.
oh yeah,
That's
really?
That's their communication.
Really? Well, that's safe. Kind of, no?
Yeah, it's better. I would think so.
Actually, is it though?
Why?
Let's think about this, right? So we meet, and instead of giving you my phone number, I give you my Instagram. And now, right, I gave you that why, because I don't know you and we're getting to know each other and stuff. You're a stalker. And now you know where I went on Friday.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily
how I
need
go to the
give them,
gym every Thursday.
but
Now
you don't necessarily give them access to your Instagram. You give them access to your DMs.
but you have to allow them.
Allow them to speak to you on DM,
Interesting.
not to see your stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Snapchat I think erases everything. I never understood Snapchat. I tried to go in there and try to figure it out when it was first, like, whatever. And I was just like, I just don't get it.
To me, it was a little scary because there was a map.
Yeah, you could see where
that
everyone
would show
was.
you. Yeah.
That's like location.
Yeah.
What was it your sister says? Thank you for...
Oh, the FBI thanks you for your
for
constant
your
surveillance.
constant surveillance. Yeah, it's like you're giving all that information away.
Yeah. So, I do think that for many people, though, this is how they stay in contact and in the know with what's going on in people's lives, right?
Yeah.
So I do think that for some people, they do take it personal when all of a sudden someone who may have been following them is no longer following them, or they had access to someone, now I can't see you anymore. It's a personal thing. And maybe it was just a personal thing for me that I felt, if you want to be part of my life, you're going to be part of my life outside of Instagram. If I don't get, I am not the person who sends you a Merry Christmas randomly.
I hate...
Okay? I have not spoken
Listen,
to you
Yeah. Well,
the whole year.
You know something? Something that I just realized. This year was the first time in 10 years or more that I did not get a Merry Christmas from somebody that I worked with in Bed Bath & Beyond. So that was longer than that. Because I was 8 years at Party City. And then it's been 7 years here. So you're looking at like 15 years. 14 or 15 years. And every single Christmas I got a text from them. Merry Christmas. And never, ever did I respond back. I think maybe once or twice. But this year I didn't get that. Now, on the other hand, I get a text and a phone call every single year from someone who was an assistant manager for me, that I look forward to when I speak to her, because she's the sweetest lady. She's older in age now, but like, she always calls me on my birthday. She always texts me for Christmas. It's like, if I don't,
we talked about this. We talked about how the day that she doesn't,
I know what's gonna.
Yeah.
I know what's gonna be. So.
But so, like, I was thinking about, right? Like, my mom has a friend. They've been friends for years, right? I would say she's a friend of the family, right? We do not talk on social media. We do not text each other. Nothing like that at all, right? But I feel that if I saw her tomorrow, we could just have a conversation about life and where you're at, and we would have a wonderful time, and it would be a very enjoyable thing, and then you sort of go back to doing your thing. And I feel like that would be extremely genuine, right? There's no need, on the way I see things, right, to just send text messages to people who maybe were in your life and are no longer in your life. And it's like,
well, it's
mass
oversharing. But
it's a mass Merry Christmas. Do I really wish you a Merry Christmas? I don't wish you an unmerry Christmas, but I don't wish you really anything. You're just not in my life.
Yeah.
You know? So to me, it's like, I don't know if people feel obligated to do something, like I have to include them. I have to do something like that, you know, and it's, again, everybody does things for their own reason, but yeah. So if anyone is out there listening and they're wondering, hey, I'm one of those people who are not.
Don't be offended.
Don't.
If we don't follow you or allow you to follow us.
You know, it's our space.
Follow our chat.
It's our space, right? You know.
If you want to know about us, this is this place to know about us.
This is the place to know about us.
Yes.
I feel like that's our space. That's the other thing. I enjoy my Instagram. I feel like I have my Instagram tailored to what I love.
Yeah.
Right? I get all my whatever little serotonin hit that I need from that. Right? And there's even other channels that were very helpful to me that I have unfollowed because they shifted in what the agenda is and what's, you know, the dialogue now. And it just doesn't fit. Like, I don't want to go into a space that's now hostile. And now I'm scrolling through and it's just like hostile video, aggressive video. And it's like, okay, I don't need that. You know, this is like my little oasis, and I don't need any llamas on my feed.
No drama llamas.
No drama llamas.
Anyways.
So
it was a good episode.
Yeah.
We had a good conversation.
With zero knowledge of where it was going.
Exactly.
And I just want to go back and just say,
getting railroaded.
Yeah, sorry, because I feel like I tried to say something about my coworker several times, and I feel like I never got to what I was trying to say.
Okay.
And there might be people who are like, "What did she say?"
Oh, okay, go.
So in case I didn't say it, she is the person who's constantly giving me the look like, your face, when we're in a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what face I'm making about what I'm hearing. She's like the one looking out for me, because she told me, you can tell when you're good, when you're not good, because you wear it on your face. And if your face looks off, that means you're trying to restrain
It's true though. That's why I've even told you that. You can tell.
So
you can tell.
Yeah.
Anyways, for those that follow us, if you like what you heard, give us a like, share, do all that other good stuff. Leave some comments. We love the comments. We love the comments. We love to engage with the comments. But at the same time, share this with somebody else who would enjoy our conversation so that they can leave comments, and then it's more comments, and more conversation and more content for us to talk about and enjoy every single week. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I think that's it.
We have heard the comment. I just want to put it out there. We have heard the comment about getting a third camera to get a different angle for us.
Yes.
So
we're taking donations. Anyone? I'll put the Venmo up on the screen.
So I just want to, I think we should acknowledge certain comments when they come in about stuff. It's definitely something long-term goals.
We'll get there eventually.
So that's definitely something that's on our radar. It's not happening right now.
Listen,
there's also going to be a change of how we're sitting, and
I know
all that's later.
I know the thing is, you guys want to see the profile of the beard, so there it is. Okay, this is just for the ones. That's what the third camera is going to give you, is a profile of the beard.
Oh my goodness!
And it's a little bit shorter. I don't know if you noticed. I did cut a little bit more of it off.
Yeah, but you did it yourself.
No,
and you're wearing a bomb shirt. Can they see your bomb shirt?
Oh, we're on
a Sopranos binge again.
A Sopranos binge, a mobster binge.
Yeah.
All great stuff. Anyways, so all that good stuff. You guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Give us feedback. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want us to do a little bit different. And yeah, I think that's it. So going forward from here on, listen to us on Thursday. All right, on Thursday. And that's it. Are you done?
Toodaloo.
I'm done. We're done.
Who says toodaloo?
That's Sopranos right there. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. All right. Bye, guys. See you guys next time.